Greetings, everyone. My name is Zetterville, and I welcome you all to my Let's Play of Operation Hardcore, a 2D retro-styled side-scrolling action shooter developed and published by Cosmocat. Along with Joe's, I've been meaning to play this title for quite a while now, so with my short break from Mega Man Maker, I've decided to finally complete it. For full disclosure, I received a key from the developer to LP this game. This will also be a mostly blind Let's Play, so I apologize in advance for any mistakes or incorrect assertions I make. So without further ado, let's begin. I have the option of playing alone or with a friend. And I have 3 game modes: the classic adventure mode, competition mode, as well as challenges. Let's start with adventure mode. 4 difficulty options: easy, normal, hard, and hardcore badass. I'll be playing on the default normal setting, as if I run off of 1 life, that means once I die, I have to restart the level from the very beginning. So normal it is. 4 playable characters, although I believe they're exactly identical in terms of gameplay, only difference is their cosmetic appearances. All of these are references to other characters in media, except probably Ammo. I will be playing this game using the keyboard and mouse, even though it's highly recommended to use the gamepad instead. I'd like to have more precise aiming with the mouse. I did a test run earlier just to make sure this would record properly, hence why a city is completed. Instead, I'll start out the intro stage, as usual. After all, it also showcases the story.
Dateline, Earth, 1999. An unprovoked alien invasion is underway. You, a total badass, don't really appreciate it. You won't stand for it. You're downright outraged. You pack up some essentials: guns, cigars, whiskey, and head out into the night. Little do you know that tonight you will make history. This is Operation Hardcore.
For a moment there, I thought this introduction wouldn't be voiced, so that's a nice touch. If you saw my Let's Try of the demo of this game several years back, you'll recognize this introductory tutorial level, although there are some differences. For one, the UI is different. We still have the timer on the top right, but now our UI has been compressed on the top left. For one, we now actually have a health bar. In the original demo, you died to 1 hit to everything, similar to the Contra and Probector games. It does deplete pretty quickly though, so you gotta be careful. Follow the on-screen prompts and you'll prosper. Press left mouse button to shoot and hold for automatic. But I want to show something. Here's me holding down the mouse button. Here's me spamming the left mouse button. For most weapons, if you spam the fire button, your weapon will fire faster. The only exception being automatic weapons like the flamethrower. The recoil for the pistol is little to non-existent, so bracing isn't that important. For auto-firing weapons, it's more important. Color-coded for our convenience, the red aliens fire projectiles at us. You can shoot down the grenades to explode them earlier. Ah, nice, the plasma cannon. Hold it down to charge up a charge shot and release it to fire it. The longer you charge down, the more powerful the shot is. Up to a certain point though. As the tutorial box mentioned earlier, some of the boxes contain goodies, some don't, and some of them contain enemies, so you gotta be a bit careful. Don't run face first in these boxes. Hold the right mouse button to activate the shield, so you'll be protected against most hazards. That was the tutorial apartment, where we got all of our gear and whatnot. At the end of every stage, we see the par score, par time, our accuracy, and how well we did in the stage for every player. For this first stage, I lagged a bit, but on repeat runs, especially for speedrunners, you can get quite good scores. After all, most levels can be completed quite quickly if you decide to skip most enemies. On to the actual first level, the city. And yes, the game is right. It is essential for dodging projectiles. You just need to time it correctly and you don't have an infinite amount. So use it well. At the beginning of every level, it seems that we have this shop screen, where you can purchase new weapons as well as upgrades. Though I think these upgrades only carry over in your current game session. If you decide to start a new game again, you'll lose your upgrades. Sure, let's use the piercing laser for now. That way it can pierce enemies and enemy shields once we encounter an enemy with a shield. I'll be swapping weapons between every run. Although if I die out on the field and I don't have the weapon shield upgrade, I'll lose my current weapon and be reduced to using the pistol. Although the pistol isn't that bad of a weapon. Poor civilians. If they only decided to stop and move to the left, they would have survived. Here we go. The same level from my Let's Try. The first two stages are the same from the demo, well, with upgraded graphics, but the level design is pretty similar. But following that, we'll have different levels. It seems that the plasma gun will be a lot better when we have lines of foes. Be careful with surprise rockets. Blow them up to get extra points. Thank you for the message, aliens. First boss fight, the Alien Drone Scout. It's that same spaceship that we saw in the beginning of the stage that killed those two civilians. Although it seems that the plasma gun isn't that useful against this boss, it's better to have a more spammable weapon, like the flamethrower or machine gun. Changing up its pattern, I see. Firing lasers and grenades. Mission accomplished. I believe it has the same pattern as it did back in the demo, but I may be misremembering. After all, I played a demo over 3 years ago. If I shot down 1 or 2 more rockets, I would have gotten the power score. Let's swap over to using the machine gun. Also, when it says to use Y over here, it also means to use Y on your keyboard. I wish it actually showed the keyboard prompt if you're using the mouse and keyboard instead of the controller prompts. You can only carry up to 10 seconds of shields, it seems, so you can't be just completely invulnerable to almost everything. Better get some more whiskey, as that'll increase my DPS while decreasing my mental clarity, aka making it harder to see enemies. Just like in the original stage, there's a secret to the left. The spread gun. And I missed my jump. Oh well, back to my pistol. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but sometimes making that jump can be a bit of a problem because that does collapse to the ground. Oh well, at least the pistol isn't that bad, unlike several other retro shooters I can think of. Back to the plasma gun. As I was saying, you need to be careful when blowing up these boxes. And some projectiles are more deadly than others. My health did recover over time once I collected these coins, though. This segment feels a lot tougher than before. It feels like there's more enemies here. Aqualar Slayer. This giant bug. Thank you for the pickup, especially the flamethrower. It has a shorter range, but its DPS is wonderful. is in its second phase now because it's firing several more projectiles, and it's gone red. Not bad, although I died a lot more in comparison with stage 1. Most of those were my fault though. At least I made the score par. Onto the cave. And the first of many stages that weren't present on the demo. I want to keep the flamethrower, but I do want the flamethrower range upgrade. Now I just need to make sure I don't die and lose it. I probably should have also used the whiskey over there during the boss fight. After all, the boss was mostly stationary there. This is neat, we have a vertical level. And instead of the side-scrolling levels we had before. Shielded enemies, the first instance of them. Can't destroy them, so I'll ignore them. There is probably a way to deal with them. Probably with explosives. So far in the first 4 stages alone, we have the 3 regular alien grunts, the bipedal ones, the ones that just walk around, the ones that shoot, and the other ones that fire projectiles, and the other ones that fire grenades. Then we have these evil aliens, spiders, the nests, and now shielded enemies. Just a dodging segment. Just stay calm and you should be fine. Especially because you can blow up the grenades before they hit you. If I couldn't, this would be a lot more dangerous. Turrets. Nice way of introducing them in a somewhat safe environment. Ah, we've entered an alien base. Turretus Syndromus. It'll try locking onto me. So far, pretty easy. Just walk around the place. Now it's going a bit crazy. And now it fires grenades in bursts of 3. Well, that was easy. Even easier than the previous boss battle. Although that's probably because I used a flamethrower. If I was using the machine gun, pistol, the energy cannon, or the plasma gun, I don't know what other weapon types I'll keep calling it, this would have been a lot harder. But with the spread gun or flamethrower, it's pretty simple. Act 4, Mountain. Oh yeah, I also forgot to use brace, but considering I'm using the flamethrower which has a pretty good accuracy, there's no need to brace. Unless it allows me to duck. So far the game isn't that difficult, but it's gradually getting harder. I haven't even need to use my whiskey yet. Probably want to save that for the final stages. After all, this game seems to have 12 levels. After I complete a stage, I'll end off the part and start the next part at the beginning of level 5. Not to mention, some of the levels in this game have alternate exits, so I need to keep an eye on them. Rats, snow. But once I jump off the snow, I can do a double jump. Or rather, 2 jumps falling jumping out of the snow, so like a triple jump. I knew that was either going to be a secret or a bottomless pit. I like how we can push back the enemies with our projectiles as well. I hope I didn't miss any alternate pathways. I know there was a secret to the left at the beginning of level 2, but I wonder if there's any other secrets I'm overlooking. And I wonder if any of the secrets are only unlockable if I'm playing on a harder difficulty setting. Does the harder difficulty setting also affect the enemy placements? I don't think so. Skylar Slayer. All these stages are rather short, it seems. This is certainly harder. Now I have to worry about that indestructible turret below me, as well as this giant insect. Using whiskey here to slow down time and increase my DPS. Seems to be pretty effective as well. Our mountain expedition has been completed. Pretty good job overall, though I still keep getting a rank of 2, so 2nd place. Essentially, because this is my first playthrough, I'm being a lot more cautious when going through the stages, hence why I go over the time par. At least I'm consistently scoring the score par now. So I think this is a good time to break off the part. In the next part, I'll continue on to level 5, and continue to fight off the alien invasion. Well then, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Toodles!